the issue of what's been happening there with respect to the road and the protests that have happened and over the past few days. And today we have at least been able, thanks to these leaders you see here, as well as support from the President and the national government, we've been able to reach a resolution. Let me just quickly let you know who we have here. We have the Deputy County Commissioner, Kasarani, who is here with us. We have the OCPD of Kasarani as well, Police Division. We have the DCIO with us, the Criminal Investigation Officer. We have Bwana Okeo as well from Kasarani. We have the Secretary to the Security Committee as well from Kasarani. We have the Member of Parliament of Kasarani constituency, Honorable Masi Gakuya, with us. We have Engineer Byron from the Presidential Delivery Unit in charge of Nairobi and Central, who is well aware of these issues, not just Kasarani but of the entire region. He is here under direct directive from the presidency. We also have from Kura, the Urban Roads Authority, the Director General, Engineer Kinoti of Kura, and we have Rashid, who is also one of the engineers of Kura, who has been dealing with this specific issue of Kasarani. We have the SACCOs, the Matatu SACCOs, the transport SACCOs. Bwana Kago of Expressio is here with us. Nakoki, Bwana John. We have Metro Trans SACCO. Ambrose, we have Murokaki. We have MSL, isn't it? We have MSL. MSL, I think, has the highest number, yes, sure. Around 300 vehicles or more. We have Hanover, Yeah. Even the rest was Tafika too. We have Hanover, Abraham. We have MNK, yes, Sako, yes, and Bwana Muhoro, yes, as well, yes, of Kayoline, yes, Kayoline Sako. Those Sakos are for the matatus that and public transport that use that road and serve hundreds and thousands of our residents of Nairobi, sure, from the area of Kasarani up to Kayole, Dandora and the environs. At the outset, I want to say that the events of the past few days have been extremely unfortunate. We offer our deep condolences to the family of the man we lost in Kasarani. We hear there are 2 lives lost. The report from the police is different, but all the same, even one is too much. And we offer our deep condolences. I think no one should lose their life because of that. Our constitution guarantees every Kenyan the right to demonstrate peaceably and unarmed, and that right should not be hampered. But we also want to offer our sympathies to the officers who got injured, because there are also a number of officers, 5 seriously injured, 2 have been discharged from hospital. Our relations between the public and those who are meant to keep order must always be, to the greatest extent, amicable. Those are the people we serve. So the police should not be attacking the residents, and the residents should not be attacking the police. We should all see ourselves as Kenyans who have one interest. Everyone wants the same thing. So poleni sana kwa wale wameumia, na poleni sana kwa watu wa Kasarani. I think the protest was started as it's a very genuine protest, and it was the right of the poor state of roads in Kasarani. And I know we have that challenge in many other parts of the city. And that's why today we also have the Director General of Kura who will give an update on what is being done on the other roads across the city. We have discussed this issue at length. The matter of that road is not new. It started years ago, and there have been plans to even dual the road. But in the prevailing circumstance, and especially after the heavy rains we've had towards the end of the year, very many of our roads are in a deplorable state. Very many of our roads. And I sympathize with those who do transport business there, because your costs go up. Your maintenance, etc. goes up. It is more expensive on the Mwananchi because mwananchi has to pay more, and that is a big problem with public service, because when you decide to add your fares, mwananchi is the one who suffers. Very many people in Kasarani have not been able to go to work from Monday. Children have not been able to go to school. But our meeting has resolved as follows, and I want us to be very clear on that. Number one, we have agreed with the Urban Roads Authority and with the engineers that in the next hour, in the next 1 hour, the contractor and the grader be on site to actually commence works. There's a lot of drainage that needs to be done, the draining, but the wananchi there must first see the grader on site, with the contractor on site, and work happening. I think they were in agreement, Bwana DJ, isn't it? Are we in agreement for the circles? Tuko pamoja. And that work must happen. The promise of the dual road will come when it comes, but in the meantime, no one puts a pause in their life to say, wacha ningoje barabara ikuje ile mzuri. We must live with what we have. The constraint on resources notwithstanding, that work will happen, and that is our work to follow it up on your behalf. Yenu imefika pale imefika. Number two, what we've agreed, all the public service vehicles to go back to the road this afternoon. Are we together? We want your vehicles to go back to the road, because we've agreed on the road being done. The licenses you hold are in public trust. The issue you raised was about the road, isn't it? When you've agreed on the road, Bwana Rashid and the other officers, the security team, including myself, we will accompany the grader. Twende huko. So si tufanye mambo ya barabara, nyinyi mrudi kubeba wananchi. Are we together? Yes. Will we see the vehicles this afternoon? Yes. Bas. Ya tatu. The third issue which we must state very clearly, that in as much as, you know, the protests were well intentioned, and as much as their claims and the DCIO has said that they're investigating of infiltration of whatever nature, whether it is political, whether it is whatnot, that is not our business. As we want the economy to move on, we will not have a state of anarchy in Nairobi because of what has happened. We have a problem in many parts of the city. We have problems with roads. There's a plan. In fact, there's 2 billion shillings, including the 300 million shillings for Kasarani Mwiki, that is being, it's been committed. And as we're dealing with the exchequer to make sure the money is released to just bring back our roads in every part. In Embakasi it is bad, in Pipeline, in Tasia. If you go to Kawangware, Kikuyu, the Kikuyu road has a big problem, Dagoretti South, in Langata. But no one should think that the formula for you to get it done is chaos. We will not allow a state of anarchy. And we've been in discussions with the regional commander of police for Nairobi, as well as the county commander, the regional commander, commissioner as well, that we make sure, because we'll give reassurances. And I'm asking the members of parliament from the 17 constituencies, all of them, to come and know the status of the works on their roads and to go and talk to wananchi about that. Let us not make us lose any other life in this city. Let us not get any child hurt in this city because of what government should be doing for you. Because it is your right to have a good road. That is true. But it is also your right to get to your place of work. That is true. But your right ends where someone else's right begins. The other Kenyan has a right to life. The other Kenyan has a right to earn a livelihood. So we will not allow the city to degenerate into anarchy because of the situation of infrastructure. But we are pushing for that to be done. That is the work you elected us to do. You elected me as your senator to play an oversight role to make sure the county does its roads and the national government does its roads. We'll be appealing to Kura, and we're in discussions with the county government as well. Those roads that have become a challenge, to also be able to look at the financing and hand over to Kura, for Kura to do for us those roads. Because a lot of the county roads are also in a deplorable state, and we know the challenges we're having right now within the county. At the end of the day, what we want is not the politics, it is not the theater, it is not the drama, it is that Nairobians can access their homes peacefully and can go to work peacefully in a safe environment. And I hope that is what all of us want. Even you members of the fourth estate, you have seen the challenges. Let us work together. Let us not exacerbate the situation. Let us not make it worse than it is. So I think I will leave it there as of now. Those two commitments have been made in full view of God and the public. Na nyinyi mmesema. Si mlisema maneno yenu? We've agreed. I will personally, together with the PDU, Engineer Byron, monitor the progress on that road. Hatutaki mambo ati leo tumesema contractor ameenda hapo leo bwana Rashid, alafu mambo imetulia, kesho grade hakuna kazi inaendelea. And I know Engineer Kinoti will not let that happen as well. That work must go on, and that is a direct directive that has come all the way from the presidency and from us as your elected leaders. I will ask Engineer Kinoti to just give us an update on the other general areas in the city. I have appealed to the members of parliament not to let any of the areas escalate, to come to my office, to come to Kura. We agree on the progress on those areas, but to take charge of what is happening on the ground. Bwana Kinoti, maybe I can just do this a bit.
Thank you very much. First, my sincere condolences to the 2 lives which were lost, and all the sympathize with officers who were hurt in these workers. It's a very unfortunate incident, and we wouldn't like it to happen again in this country. We are aware of the conditions of the roads in Nairobi and other towns in Kenya. And for Nairobi alone, we knew after the rains the roads would be bad, and we have committed 1.7 billion Kenya shillings in Nairobi. I just want to confirm what our senator has said. That money is committed. We have contractors already on the ground. And the one for Kasarani Mwiki Road, we knew that we required more resources. That is why we actually even budgeted for it separately. And we have 300 million allocated for that road. And what we want to do is not to do the kind of small maintenance works we do. We do full construction of the road to ensure that it is sustainable even for the next over 10 years. So I'm assuring the public, the people of Nairobi and the people of Kenya at large in all towns, we have plans to ensure that after the rains we will address the damage which has been caused with the resources which you have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DG. The area MP, Mheshimiwa Gakuya, Masi. Then after that we'll take maybe, I don't think you have questions. It was straightforward, isn't it?
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. My condolences to the family who lost their young man, and also to the entire Kasarani resident. It was quite sad, and we also wish well the police officers who were injured yesterday. Kasarani Mwiki Road for the last 20 years has been in a mess. We would basically say the road had no base. And it's quite unfortunate that the road, the pathetic way, or the road the way it's bad, has been used by some other maybe sections in a way to maybe for them to gain mileage. But that's notwithstanding, we are quite happy because Kura has committed itself, and of course the PTU, to make sure that the road will be repaired until we get the upcoming project, which will be done from zero all the way to committee. And we hope that in future we will not have such issues again, because Kasarani happens to be quite large, and we need a lot of development there. But what is needed right now, and it's with a lot of urgency, it's Kasarani Mwiki Road to be repaired, the 2 kilometers. And I know at least if we keep our word and we do the needful, the resident will have no problem. Sorry, because at least whatever happened yesterday, it was quite sad. But it's quite unfortunate the protest went on, but other people maybe who don't wish people well, they did what they did, and there was a lot of disorder yesterday. But we hope at least from this afternoon there will be order, and the public transport will resume as they have committed, the circles have committed, and we have urged them as leaders to make sure that we have peace and we have soberness within the estates, because we don't want to see what happened yesterday or for the last 3 days since Monday. It has not been okay within Kasarani. So I'll urge everybody, let's maintain peace, because anybody who maybe has other issues may want to take advantage of the situation. And as the resident of Kasarani, we are not even aware of what is happening. So we just hope that at least all the sectors, all the dockets which are involved, everybody to do his or her part, so that we see that the road is actually repaired.
Asante. Asante sana mheshimiwa. Maybe I love the DG answer the issue of contractors, because that is technical. But me, what I know as a lawmaker and as a leader is two things. One, anybody who does work below standard by law, if you look at even the roads laws, look at the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, they must be surcharged and blacklisted. So we will not have a situation where somebody is doing shoddy work being allowed to continue doing work. You know, it beats purpose. That is taxpayers' money. And instead of doing one road 10 times, we'd rather do one road once, but be done properly. On the issue of where the contractor comes from, you know, for me, I think it's a place where we've reached as a country. When we say, apana, a Kenyan cannot do this, let's get a Chinese. We need to also start believing in ourselves. It cannot be, and even, you know, in many areas that we say, apana, mzungu ndo afanye, Chinese ndo afanye. If it's contractor, and I'm told the one there is also Chinese, I have no problem with the country they are from. But when do we start also believing in ourselves and raising our standards as people? There are also Chinese contractors who probably have done substandard work in many places. And the Kenyan contractors who done substandard work. Let's see them as contractors. Let's not think that a Kenyan or an African cannot do work the standard that a Chinese can do. And those who've been doing bad work and giving us as Kenyans a bad name, shame on them. Wache kutuharibia jina. We can do it. If tomorrow I say, oh, I want a Chinese journalist instead of Kenyan journalists because they take better. We've been fighting this issue. We've been saying Kenyans can drive SGR. We want the Chinese to stop driving it. We want Kenyans to drive it. We must believe in ourselves as a country. So whether you're from China or from Kenya, you must do work to a certain standard. If you don't do it to that standard, you must be surcharged. And we must give our local contractors also an opportunity. But anyway, I'm not in the procurement process. I don't know how they choose. The DG is on us. Maybe you can address that issue. But please, we must also believe in ourselves as a people.
Thank you. I'll start by the question of whether we are doing temporary works. I want to assure that we are going in now to do permanent works on that road. We are not doing what we will do. Make the road is passable, and make the road is being passable. Whatever work we are doing will not come to be repeated. On the issue of contractors, in Kura we believe in quality work. We believe in quality production of work, and I want to say this on live TV to all our contractors: if you do short work, you do work not as per our specifications, we will just terminate the contract. We have done it before, so we don't entertain contractors who will not perform.
Asante. Kutoka idara ya barabara, kutoka Presidential Delivery Unit na maafisa wa polisi na mbunge, ni kwamba barabara kazi ianze leo, irudi hali ambayo inafaa kuwa. Kwanza ipitike, the road first become passable as you do the major construction. So the road be passable, na tumesema kwamba sisi tuhakikisha hiyo kazi imefanyika. Tutapitia. Tumesema poleni sana watu wa Kasarani kwa mambo ambayo mmepitia. Na poleni kwa watu wa Nairobi wote, kwa sababu ni maeneo mengi ambapo mabarabara hazipitiki na tuko na shida. Na tumehimiza serikali ya county, kwa sababu kuna barabara za county, fanyeni kazi yenu. Serikali kuu, national government, kupitia idara ya kura na pali labda kuna Kenya, fanyeni kazi yenu. Tutatumikia wananchi ambao wanastahili kupata huduma, ambao wanalipia ushuru kila siku. So tumekubaliana magari itarudi kwa barabara. Sisi tutapeana report pale inafaa kuenda, tufuatilie zile hela ambazo zinatakikana, lakini tuhakikisha kwamba hali ya usalama, hali ya utulivu imerudi pande ya Kasarani Mwiki. Asanteni sana.